Once upon a time, in a town a lot like yours, lived a boy named Leo. Now, Leo wasn't a bad kid, not really, but he had a special talent for mischief. If there was a cookie jar to be raided, a cat to be dressed in a tiny superhero cape, or a garden hose to be accidentally pointed at the mailman, Leo was your guy. His parents often said, Leo has a vibrant imagination, which was a polite way of saying, we haven't had a moment's peace in 8 years. One sunny afternoon, Leo was on a top-secret mission in his backyard. His objective? To see if his little sister's doll could fly using a kite. Spoiler alert, it could not. As the doll made a less than graceful landing in a thorny rosebush, Leo heard a tiny, frustrated cough. He looked down and saw something shimmering near the base of the bush. It was a fairy, no bigger than his thumb, tangled in a spider web and looking very, very annoyed. "A little help here?" the fairy squeaked, her voice like tiny bells clinking together. "Some of us have important fairy business to attend to, you know. Can't be late for the annual Dewdrop Collection seminar." Leo, who had only ever seen fairies in storybooks, stared with wide eyes. He carefully untangled her, his clumsy fingers surprisingly gentle. The fairy dusted off her sparkly dress, straightened her antennae, and huffed. "All right, human child," she said, tapping her tiny foot. "Fairy Code, Rule 37, Subsection B. A life debt must be repaid with one wish. You saved me, so you get one. Make it quick. I've got places to be." Leo's mind raced. One wish. He could wish for an infinite supply of chocolate, a real-life dragon, or the power to talk to squirrels. The possibilities were endless. He thought about all the pranks he could pull, all the mischief he could create. The fairy, whose name was Glimmer, could practically see the gears of chaos turning in his head. "And no," she added quickly, "you can't wish for more wishes, and nothing that disrupts the fundamental laws of the universe, or the local postal service. I've had complaints." Leo thought long and hard. He thought about his mom, who was always tired from cleaning up his messes. He thought about his dad, who spent his weekends fixing whatever Leo had improved. He thought about his little sister, who was probably still crying about her doll's failed space mission. A slow grin spread across Leo's face. It was the kind of grin that usually meant someone was about to find frogs in their shoes. One kid wished for everyone's noses to be upside down. Another wished for rain made of gravy. It was a messy week for everyone. "Oh, I wish," he said, his voice full of sincerity, "that for one whole week, every time I'm about to do something naughty or make a mess, I burp. Bubbles." Glimmer froze. Her tiny fairy jaw dropped. Of all the ridiculous, world-altering, chaotic wishes she had prepared for, this was not one of them. You wish to what?" she stammered. "Burp bubbles," Leo repeated, nodding seriously. The fairy just stared. "That's your big, all-powerful, once-in-a-lifetime wish? You want a magical burp alarm?" "Yep," said Leo. "It's foolproof." Instead, this pint-sized menace had wished for a built-in prank prevention system. It was the most responsible, irresponsible wish she had ever heard. "Well," she finally said, shaking her head in disbelief. She waved her tiny wand. A shower of golden sparks enveloped Leo, and then she was gone in a flash of light, probably to tell all her fairy friends about the strangest kid she'd ever met. Leo felt normal. He poked his stomach. Nothing. The next morning, the real test began. Leo woke up with a brilliant idea. Just as his fingers were about to touch them, a strange feeling rumbled in his chest. They floated gently around the kitchen, smelling faintly of a summer strawberry patch. Leo stood there, hand hovering over the shakers, completely stunned. His artist's brain screamed, "They need more color. A little splash of mud would be perfect." Another explosion of strawberry-scented bubbles filled the yard. His dad poked his head out the window. "Leo, are you blowing bubbles? What fun. Just keep them away from my shoes, son." The entire week was a comedy of foiled plans. Every time he tried to hide his sister's toys. Or bubbles. Every time he thought about redecorating the living room wall with crayon murals. Barp. More bubbles. Every time he considered testing gravity with a carton of eggs from the second-floor window. Hick. Barp. A veritable storm of beautiful, fragrant bubbles. His house had never been cleaner. His parents had never been more relaxed. His sister's dolls remained safely on the ground. The mailman completed his route without a single aquatic incident. The whole house smelled perpetually like a strawberry field. Leo, however, was miserable. It was like having a magical hall monitor living in his stomach. He couldn't get away with anything. By Friday, he was the most well-behaved kid in the history of the world, and he was bored out of his mind. On the 7th day, as he sat glumly on the back porch, Glimmer the fairy reappeared in a small shimmer of light. She was holding a tiny clipboard. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your wish-granting experience? I haven't been able to cause a single bit of mayhem. It's so peaceful, and I hate it. The Council of Fairies has been talking about your wish all week. We've even named it the Leo Loophole. It's brilliant, really. You used ultimate power to give yourself a conscience. Yep, Glimmer confirmed. Leo felt a surge of relief. He was free. He could go back to his old ways. He thought about switching the TV remote batteries with old ones. He thought about teaching the parrot to say, "The dog did it." He looked at his house, which was calm and tidy. He heard his parents laughing in the kitchen, not yelling "Leo" for the 10th time. He saw his sister happily playing, all her toys intact. It was nice. Maybe he didn't need to put a frog in the teapot. Thanks, Glimmer. I think I get it now. Good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a seminar to get to. And with a final pop of light, she was gone. From that day on, Leo was still Leo. He was still imaginative and a little bit wild, but he found that building the coolest blanket fort on the block was just as fun as hiding all the spoons. Though every now and then, just for old time's sake, he'd let out a little burp and swear he could smell a hint of strawberries. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed Leo's bubbly adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun stories. See you next time.